Hello everybody, and we're going to be looking at what if civilization started over. So in today's episode, we're going to be looking at Europe right now, because of course it's Europe. It's been Europe since the last episode, and we're not changing it. So anyways, the orange team gained some territory in the southwestern areas. And eventually they take down all of Cornwall and also the southern territories and this island. So the orange team is now an empire, and it's growing fast. Now we can also see the Danish country over here eventually decides to gain some territory here. Since last episode, we saw that Denmark didn't lost a rebellion, lost during an thing, a rebellion, and so basically they take these territories and they also gain this. They eventually gain the Netherlands, and so yeah, we have this. The green team then decides to basically just take that, and they also make a tiny little expedition for every single citizen to buy every single acre from this area, which everybody does, and then the country decides to unite this territory, which doesn't go that well. And that is because these people in that territory is kicking out the green team, as they want to be kept as a different nation, which they then expand into this area, into this territory. And they start pushing back the green team. And after some gains in these areas and territories, the Danish also join in, and they take these areas. They also gain a slither of land over here, and also gain territory in here, which then connects. This country, which is now called the Norwegian country, is going to be doing stuff. It's just going to be gaining this, and the Danish country then gives them this, and the Norwegian country eventually gains this territory, which is when the green team tells the Norwegians that they want to have a peace treaty, which the Norwegians agree. So there is going to be a peace treaty, which I'm going to explain now. So in this peace treaty, the green team is the only one who's expanding, and also they gain back their old territories. However, you may think that since the Norwegians won the treaty, why is the green team having the territory? Well, it's actually because so that the green team could spread more around the Swedish area, meaning that the Norwegians can now just chill instead of actually getting a Swedish territory. Anyways, let's go over here where we can see the Cyan team. It has a war with these people, as now that the green team has left, this territory after the war, it could make sense for the Cyan team to also destroy the green team, which the green team doesn't even realize is happening. And once the king realizes what's happening, it is already too late, and now the islands are now taken, and territory is taken too. Oh my god, look at this. I could just change the size of the thing, but whatever. Actually, we're doing it. And so the Men Republic, this weird nation that I just created because I just feel like it, gains lands here, and the Irish tribes just don't mind. They just don't mind. The blue team, they decide to expand here, and they eventually cut off this area of Italy from the Alps. And they eventually gain territory one by one. And they make a naval landing here in this area of Croatia. And so Italy looks like this now. And something interesting is going to happen. The very first actual war. Now what I mean is that like with occupied territories and stuff, as they were just like semi-rebellions like over here, now we're going to go to the very first actual war. So firstly, there's going to be naval landings here, which will then not end, and instead will also be here, and they connect. And with help of troops, Sardinia is absolutely cooked, and is now in Italian rule. The Spanish also realize this, however, it's already too late, as they're now capitulated. As now there's a military coup at the very capital city over here, and from the military coup eventually destroys the city and makes fire. The only thing that's gonna happen in this treaty is that Sardinia is given to Italy. However, this area of Spain is not given, which, because of the heavy loss for Spain, the Spanish decide to gain more territory so that they could be known more, and that Spanish influence could also possibly go to France. Which speaking of which, they're going to France because they want to, and they just feel like it. So they gain a lot of territory. Why am I saying territory? I'm actually crashing out, bro. But yeah, the Spanish are now a freaking. The Spanish is a freaking mouse. Look at that. Look at the thing. Look at this coastal area. Look at this stupid panhandle. Florida is jealous. Florida is jealous because of this. Anyways, we're going to be seeing the orange team going to France. Firstly, they gain territories here. However, the French tribes, they're built different and absolutely destroy it. So now, and now, territory number 2. Britain. This area of France is gained by the orange team because they feel like it. And so the second try over here works because they're in the coastal areas, and they do so, and yeah, nothing happens. And then the island of Man, or the empire. I'm trying to think of this, but I'm just gonna call it the purple team because I have no words. However, anyways, the orange team takes down the purple team. Anyways, so okay, just letting you know, if you hear any meow noises, it's because my cat is in the video now. So the orange team gains these territories, and yeah, the purple team is cooked. Do you even hear my cat? Oh my god. Anyways, so yeah, I think that's all for the video because my battery is absolutely cooked, and plus my cat is here. So yeah, bye.